You're scrolling, drifting through the endless static of the algorithm, waiting for the signal to cut through the noise. Consider, if you will, that you just found the frequency. You've just stepped off the timeline of the everyday, into the space where the forgotten history and the hidden truths finally touch down. There's the story you know, and then there's the airspace we're about to enter. Check your coordinates, because you're heading towards the landing point. Today's story, The Tinkerer. Young Stephen was a tinkerer, growing up in the rolling orchards of the Santa Clara Valley. Long before anyone ever called it Silicon Valley, he wasn't there to make a fortune. He just loved the elegant logic of wires, resistors, and circuits. He also, to put it mildly, was a bit of a prankster. In his early 20s, he built a device, a little electronic gadget called a blue box. It allowed him to mimic the exact tones used by telephone company operators, effectively hacking the global phone network to make long-distance calls. He once even called the Vatican, put on a thick accent, and pretended to be the Secretary of State, Henry Kissinger, asking to speak to the Pope. They actually woke up a bishop before the prank unraveled. But Stephen had no grand ambitions for global empires or vast wealth. He just thought hacking the phone company was a delightful, fun puzzle. By the mid-1970s, he had landed a comfortable, secure job with Hewlett-Packard designing calculators. He was perfectly content. He would go to work, come home, and tinker. He ended up designing a small personal computer on the side, not to change the world, but simply to show off the fellow nerds at the local hobbyist group called the Homebrew Computer Club. He actually gave the schematics away for free. He just wanted everyone to experience the sheer joy of building one. But Stephen had a friend, a younger, fiercely intense friend who saw things a little differently. This friend looked at Stephen's hobbyist circuit board and didn't just see a neat engineered trick. He saw a consumer revolution. He convinced Stephen they shouldn't just give the designs away, they should build the boards themselves and sell them. Stephen was highly hesitant. He loved his day job at HP. He certainly didn't want the stress of managing a business, but his friend was relentlessly persuasive. So Stephen sold the prize HP scientific calculator. His friend sold his Volkswagen minibus. Together, they scrapped up about $1,300 to start a makeshift company out of the suburban garage. That brilliant prankster-playing engineer who just wanted to give away his designs ended up single-handedly engineering the hardware that launched the personal computer revolution. His intense visionary friend was, of course, Steve Jobs, and that little garage company was Apple. The man who built the Apple I and the Apple II, laying down the foundational architecture that would become the multi-trillion-dollar empire, is the affable genius known to the world as Woz. You know him as Stephen Gary Wozniak. And whether you realize it or not, this is the landing point. Thank you for watching today, The Landing Point. Our stories come out Monday through Friday at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time, so you can always catch our latest story. I'd like to thank our sponsor, Roadrunner Real Estate. They're a full-service real estate company that can help you with both your real estate, residential and commercial needs, both buying and selling and leasing for the commercial side. If you haven't done so already, please go out to our YouTube page and subscribe so you can get our latest stories that come out. If you want our latest updates, please go to our Facebook page and follow and like that. And then for those of you that enjoy just listening to stories when you're out on the drive, we do have our podcast too that you can hear the same stories. Thank you for listening to today's story, and we'll catch you next time.